no one ever talk down on their brand. If you are assigned to any deal or any brand, your duty is to make sure that you promote that brand and you always say good things about the brand. Everything has their own downside, but you don't need to categorize on that downside and start speaking against any brand you are assigned to or what you represent. You know, we take these things about God for granted. A lot of young people, young men, young boys out there, we are not doing enough. We need to understand that we started from the church. We are born and raised in church. And now because of a lot of stuff going on social media, news we're hearing and everything, we don't even take time enough to concentrate more on the things of God rather than believing what people just say on social media and be like, okay, this is my way. I'm not going to church anymore because this person did this to me, or this, I heard this or that, which is very wrong. And one of the reasons I understand that this thing is becoming a normal stuff around the society today is because we don't really initially have our own personal relationship with God. You know, as a young boy, young girl growing up, you need to build your relationship with God. Like in terms of trying to understand who this spirit, who this God is, like trying to have an encounter, a personal encounter with God, aside what is written in the word, what you hear in church every Sundays or during week services that you attend, aside of all those things you are hearing in the church, you should be able to have your own personal relationship with God in terms of trying to find out who is this God? What can he do? Not that people are saying that there's nothing God cannot do and this and that. And you too, you are like, okay, true, there's nothing God cannot do and all that. Just believe that you don't even have any personal concentration with him. You know, this is the reason why when people start saying downsides, start saying wrong things about God and the Christianity as a whole, you can't be able to defend it because you feel like you don't have that recontact. You haven't had that recontact, that relationship and encounter with God before. So you don't know what to say. But once you understand and you have had this encounter with God before, you would be able to say more than even what you know. Because you already know how to connect and speak from the realms of God. So this is what I think a lot of young people should work on in terms of trying to know God for themselves. Trying to know God for themselves. Because it is when you understand and know this God for yourself, you will be able to go places and defend and explain your own experience that you've had with God to people, and they are going to understand. Because then when you speak, you are not just speaking words of your own. When people hear you speak, they see the truth and sincerity in you. Whatever word you speak, yes, they see that genuineness in you. Because you can't, there's nothing like when you believe something, you are saying it, you are saying the right and truth stuff. That's it. So a lot of young people should work on more of their relationship with God. Don't just believe what they say to you, what you read in the Bible and all that. Understand me, honestly. I'm not against anything regarding the scriptures. The scriptures is meant to guide you. The scriptures is history that is recorded to guide you, to let you know that this is what this person have experienced before. This is what this person has experienced before. This is how the power of God moves at so occasion before now. Right? So you have to get your own encounter so you can record your own part in this world, because we came into this world to play our own part and someday we are going to be living. So you should be able to have your personal encounter with God personal relationship with God, then He will fill you with an understanding. It is when you have this personal relationship with God, personal encounter with God, will be when you will be able to stand that. And whenever you hear people saying things that is not real about God, once you look at them, you can be able to tell already, even before they say it. Try to get your relationship the way you want it with God. Because it is when you have your relationship with God, you'll be able to understand yourself and move forward. See you on the next one.